Everyone thinks they know what Secret Wars is going to be. They see the leaks, they read Anchor Beings and the Maker confirmed, and they scroll past. But here's what nobody is talking about. These leaks aren't random casting news. They're a blueprint, a step-by-step guide to how Doctor Doom is going to steal the entire multiverse. And if you know where to look, the clues are already there. Today, I'm breaking down the real Secret Wars theory, not the one everyone's repeating, the one hidden in plain sight. We're talking about why Anchor Beings are the key to Battleworld, why the Maker changes everything, and the terrifying reason this movie might kill off half the MCU before it even starts. This is gonna get wild. Let's break it down. Let's start with the biggest clue everyone missed. The latest leaks say that Anchor Beings will replace Molecule Man as the power source for Battleworld. Now, if you don't know the comics, that sentence means nothing. But if you do, it's terrifying. In Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars comic, Doctor Doom uses a guy named Owen Reese, also known as Molecule Man, as a living battery. Molecule Man has the power to manipulate reality at the molecular level. Doom takes that power and uses it to hold together an entire patchwork planet made from dying universes. That planet is called Battleworld. But here's the problem. The MCU never set up Molecule Man. They never introduced Owen Reese. So how is Doom gonna build Battleworld without him? That's where Anchor Beings come in. Deadpool and Wolverine introduced this concept. An anchor being is a person so important to their universe that when they die, the entire timeline starts to rot. The TVA explained it. When Logan died in Logan, his universe began collapsing. Now, connect the dots. If Doom needs a power source to build Battleworld and the MCU doesn't have Molecule Man, what does it have? Anchor Beings, people whose existence holds reality together. The leak says Anchor Beings will replace Molecule Man. That means Doom isn't just gonna fight the Avengers, he's going to hunt them. He's going to find the most important person in every universe and drain them like batteries. And we've actually seen this harvest mechanic before, hidden in plain sight. Think back to Loki Season 2. What was the temporal loom doing? It was taking raw time, raw lives, and refining it into a physical timeline. Doom is likely doing the inverse. He isn't refining time, he's burning it. In the comics, the Beyonders destroyed the multiverse to harvest its energy. Doom stopped them by stealing that power. If the MCU adapts this, Doom needs a conduit. He can't just plug a universe into a battery. He needs a biological interface. That's the Anchor Being. They're the fuse box for their entire reality. If you control the anchor, you control the flow of reality for that entire timeline. This explains why the leaks mention torture. You don't just kill an Anchor Being to destroy a world. You keep them alive in constant agony to siphon the energy of their dying universe slowly, drip by drip, to keep Battleworld's lights on. And here's where it gets darker. The leaks mention someone named Bob being tortured for years to release energy. Now, Bob could be a placeholder name. It could be Bob Reynolds, also known as Sentry, or it could be any hero Doom captures. The point is, this confirms that Doom's plan isn't heroic. It's not about saving the multiverse. It's about building his perfect world on the suffering of others. Think about the horror of that. Your favorite heroes, Spider-Man, Wolverine, maybe even a version of Tony Stark, trapped in a machine screaming while Doom uses their life force to power his kingdom. That's not a superhero movie, that's a nightmare, and the leaks just confirmed it's happening. Now, let's talk about the second clue, the one that changes everything. The leaks say the Maker will be the protagonist acting alongside Reed Richards, just like in the comics.
In the comics, the Maker is one of the smartest and most dangerous beings in existence. He doesn't want to destroy the multiverse. He wants to control it. He wants to rebuild it in his image. To understand why the Maker is so dangerous, look at his track record. In the Ultimate Universe, this version of Reed spent 1,000 years inside a rapidly accelerated environment called the City. He evolved past humanity. He doesn't just have stretchy powers. He can expand his brain mass to solve problems computers can't process. He dissected Tony Stark. He conquered Asgard. He turned himself into something beyond human. When the leaks say he's acting alongside our Reed, it creates a terrifying power dynamic. Our Reed Richards is a man of science and family. The Maker is a man of pure efficiency. If Doom is the god of Battleworld, the Maker is the Lucifer figure, the one who helped build heaven but secretly plots to overthrow the Creator. This isn't a sidekick role. The Maker is likely the one who whispers the solution in Doom's ear, manipulating the hero into becoming the villain. And the fact that the leaks call him a protagonist tells us something huge. The story isn't about the Avengers fighting Kang. It's about two Reeds. One who wants to save everyone, Pedro Pascal's Reed, and one who believes only the strong should survive, the Maker. The MCU is setting up two versions of Reed Richards. And here's the twist. The leak says the Maker will act alongside Reed Richards, not against him, alongside. That means at some point in Secret Wars, these two are going to team up. Maybe they're both trying to stop Doom. Maybe they're both trying to save what's left of the multiverse. But their methods? Completely different. Reed wants to save everyone. The Maker thinks that's naive. He believes you have to make hard choices, sacrifice some to save others. And that philosophical battle is going to be the emotional core of this movie. But here's what I think happens. The Maker starts as an ally. He helps the Avengers. He helps Reed. But halfway through the movie, he betrays them. Because he realizes Doom's plan isn't wrong, it's just poorly executed. The Maker doesn't want to destroy Battleworld. He wants to take it over. This is the hidden clue. The leak calling him a protagonist isn't a mistake. It's a warning. Secret Wars isn't going to be a simple good versus evil story. It's going to be a three-way war. The Avengers trying to save everyone, Doom trying to rule everyone, and the Maker trying to prove he's smarter than both of them. And if the Maker is in this movie, that means Secret Wars is actually a Fantastic Four sequel in disguise. This is Reed Richards' story, not just the hero version, both versions, the one who believes in hope and the one who lost it. Now let's talk about the third clue, the one that explains how we got here. The leaks say Black Swan will play a very important role, and the story will be centered on Doom as the key figure. If you watched Doctor Strange 2, you saw an incursion. Two universes colliding, two Earths crashing into each other. The movie treated it like a side effect of Strange's spell. But what if it wasn't? In the comics, Black Swan is a princess from an alternate Earth. Her world was destroyed in an incursion, and she survived by serving someone called the Great Destroyer. Her job? To destroy Earths before they collide with others. She kills one universe to save two. The leaks specifically mention that Black Swan served Hubble, the Great Destroyer, and references the Black Priests. This is deep lore that matters. In the comics, the Black Priests were a field team that used words of power to dismantle Earths. Why does this matter for the movie? Because Doctor Strange was a leader of the Black Priests in the comics during the lead-up to Secret Wars. If Black Swan is here, she might not just be working for Doom, she might be coming for Doctor Strange. She represents the path Strange almost took in Multiverse of Madness. She's the ghost of what Strange could become if he lets go of his morals. This gives Benedict Cumberbatch a direct philosophical rival, someone who can look at him and say, I had the guts to do what you couldn't. Now here's the clue. The MCU hasn't introduced Black Swan yet. She was supposed to appear in Doctor Strange 3, but that movie might not happen before Secret Wars. So why is she suddenly in the leaks? Because she's the herald. She's the one who explains the rules. The incursions we've seen, Doctor Strange 2, Loki Season 2, and Deadpool and Wolverine, they weren't accidents. They were controlled. Someone has been choosing which universes live and which ones die. And that someone is Doctor Doom. Black Swan's presence in the leaks confirms that Doom has been orchestrating the incursions from the beginning. He's been letting universes destroy each other so he can harvest the survivors, so he can collect anchor beings, so he can build Battleworld. But Black Swan isn't just a villain. She's a mirror. She forces the heroes to ask an impossible question. If you could kill one universe to save two, would you do it? That's the moral weight of Secret Wars. It's not about punching bad guys. It's about impossible choices. Do you let everyone die, or do you become the person who decides who lives and who doesn't? And Black Swan has already made that choice. She's killed entire worlds. She's seen billions die. And she'll look the Avengers in the eye and say, "You'll have to do the same." Now let's talk about how this movie starts. The leaks mention something called the Life Raft. And if you know the comics, you know exactly what that means.
In Hickman's Secret Wars, the multiverse dies. Every universe collapses. Every Earth is destroyed. And the only survivors are the ones who made it onto the Life Raft, a small ship designed to survive the end of everything. Now here's the connection. The MCU has a place called the Raft. It's a prison. We saw it in Civil War. We're going to see it again in Captain America: Brave New World. And the leaks suggest that this prison might be converted into the Life Raft. Think about that. A prison becomes a lifeboat. The people the world locked away become the only ones who survive. That's poetic. That's dark. And it fits perfectly with the themes of Secret Wars. The leaks mention that the main protagonists will include the Life Raft occupants. That means Tom Holland's Spider-Man, Cyclops, possibly Magneto, and others we haven't seen yet. These are the survivors, the ones who remember the old multiverse. And here's the twist. The leaks say the Life Raft will be buried beneath the Earth. That means when the movie starts, these heroes are trapped. They're underground on Battleworld, and they have no idea how they got there. They don't know how long they've been asleep. They don't know that Doom is now God. Imagine that opening. The screen is black. You hear breathing. A light flickers on. Spider-Man wakes up. He's in a metal coffin. He hears voices. Other heroes. They're all trapped. And when they finally break out and see the sky, it's not Earth. It's Battleworld. That's how you start a movie. Not with a big battle, with confusion, with horror, with the slow realization that everything you knew is gone. And then they see it. Doom's castle. And they realize the truth. The multiverse didn't just die. Someone killed it. And that someone is now a god. So let's put it all together. Let's connect every clue and see the full picture. Step 1. The incursions. Doom uses Black Swan to destroy universes and collect anchor beings. He doesn't save everyone. He chooses who lives. Step 2. The harvest. Doom traps anchor beings and drains their energy. He uses them as living batteries to power Battleworld. This is where heroes like Wolverine, Spider-Man, and maybe even Tony Stark variants are tortured for years. Step 3. The partnership. Doom works with the Maker, two geniuses. One wants to rule, one wants to rebuild, but both believe the old multiverse was broken. And step 4, the resistance. The Life Raft survivors wake up. They're the only ones who remember the old world. They're the only ones who can stop Doom. And step 5, the war. The Avengers fight to restore the multiverse, the Maker fights to control it, and Doom fights to keep his throne. This isn't a simple story. It's a war on 3 fronts, and the leaks confirm that Marvel is finally done with the multiverse of cameos phase. This is focused. This is character-driven. This is the story Jonathan Hickman wrote, and Marvel is adapting it beat for beat. But here's the final piece, the one that makes this theory complete. Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom, not a Tony Stark variant, Doom himself. Now, some people think this is just stunt casting. But what if it's not? What if the reason RDJ is playing Doom is because Doom is a Tony Stark variant? Think about it. In one universe, Tony Stark becomes Iron Man. In another, he becomes Superior Iron Man. And in another, he becomes Dr. Doom, a Tony who lost everything, a Tony who decided the only way to save the world was to conquer it. If that's true, then Secret Wars isn't just about the multiverse. It's about Tony Stark's legacy. It's about showing what happens when the hero becomes the villain. When the man who saved the universe decides to rule it instead. And imagine the moment when the Avengers realize, when Peter Parker looks at Doom and sees the face of his mentor, when Pepper Potts sees her husband's face behind the mask. That would be the ultimate tragic twist, not just a plot reveal, emotional devastation. So that's the real Secret Wars theory, not the one everyone's talking about, the one hidden in the leaks, the one that explains everything. Anchor beings are the fuel. The Maker is the brain. Black Swan is the executioner. The Life Raft survivors are the resistance. And Doom is the god who built it all. This movie is going to be massive. It's going to be dark. And it's going to change the MCU forever. So here's my question for you. Which anchor being do you think Doom will hunt first? Tobey's Spider-Man? Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? Or someone we haven't even thought of yet? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know exactly how Doom gets his powers, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.